The type of chemical reaction is decomposition. It is the process of breaking down one reactant into two or more products. The chemical equation for our decomposition shows that CuCO3, copper carbonate, breaks into CuO, copper oxide, and CO2, carbon dioxide. In order to balance the equation, there must be 3 oxygen ions, 1 copper ion, and 1 carbon ion on each side, as shown by Cordy. The equation does not have an NIE. Before we show you the experiment, we must remind you of the lab safety. Here is Cordy in the correct lab safety uniform. She is wearing closed-toed shoes, a lab apron, goggles, gloves, and her hair is up. Kathy, on the other hand, is not in correct lab safety uniform. She does not have her hair up, her gloves aren't all the way on, and her goggles are not over her eyes. Without further ado, we present to you our experiment. Here are our materials. We have our reactant, copper 2 carbonate, which is also a body tissue irritant, a test tube, wood splints, a micro spatula, test tube tongs, a test tube rack, a grease pen, a Bunsen burner, and a striker. The first step of our experiment was to scoop out 2 micro spatulas full of copper 2 carbonate and place them into a dry test tube. Then, using the test tube tongs, we heated the reactant over a flame for 3 minutes. Remember, do not let the test tube tongs touch the flame. The top of the test tube also shouldn't be facing other students for safety reasons.
Meanwhile,
After the 3 minutes, we placed a lit wooden splint into the test tube to determine if carbon dioxide gas was present. Thankfully for us, it was. At the end of the experiment, we were left with a black, powdery substance where carbon dioxide gas was present. After writing down observations and completing calculations, we determined that the experiment was a success due to the presence of carbon dioxide in the product. We know this because the wooden splint's fire was quickly put out once placed into the test tube.
Okay, wait, we gotta clean it. Okay, how do we clean this out? Just to clean it. This was fire.
few inches later, day 2, day 3, day 4.
Last but not least, the test tube must be cleaned out by pouring the solid product onto a paper towel and washing the test tube out. Make sure this step is done quickly, that way the residue doesn't harden in the test tube. Now, please enjoy some of our bloopers.
The one where we go. No, ready? We should do it down here. Okay, renegade.
Got one. Go. Go. Yeah. Go.